Hello, everyone in Australia who wants to do in-app advertising. My name is Aaron and this is Wattle Labs. So today I want to show you how you can increase revenue by putting better ads in front of people using our technology. And we're going to do that without employing very expensive data scientists. We're going to do it without huge lead times and integration times and testing times. And in the end, we're going to do it better than any contemporary data scientist in Australia can do, for the fundamental reason that current data science relies on 1990s technology, and it is wrong, totally wrong. I'm going to prove it to you right now. So in this model, you have people, you have customers, and they come onto your app and they buy something. Through that user journey, after they've clicked purchase or put in cart, the user journey continues along, and you're going to have one or more opportunities to put an ad in front of them. It could be in the checkout process. It could be just ads as they're browsing your e-commerce store. And finally, they are going to check out and disappear. Your goal is to, or your problem is to say, for every person, every customer, what ad should I display? It's not a trivial question to answer, but in doing so, what you're going to do is you're going to talk to the data scientist or engage companies that have data scientists, and they're going to come in and they're going to do the following. They're going to take all of your sales data with all the transactions, and they're going to say, we found these correlations between Red Bull and pies and noodles. If someone purchases a Red Bull, there is a 50% chance they'll purchase a pie, a 50% chance they'll purchase noodles. The maximum performance of this type of scenario using modern data science techniques is the 50-50 chance of putting the right ad in front of the right person. That is, the person purchased a Red Bull, you've got two options, it was a 50-50 choice. Half the times you're going to put the pie ad in front of them and it's going to be correct, but half the time you put the pie ad in front of them and the person was actually more interested in noodles. They didn't think to purchase noodles at the time, and so you've lost the revenue from that upsell or cross-sell. And that's fundamentally because this model is wrong. This is not how it works. It's really nonsensical to be correlating a product to a product. I'll show you why. With Wattle Labs, we start with the fact that someone purchased the Red Bull. So Wattle Labs sits here. We take the specific customer and we profile them to create a persona. Now, in this example, there's only two types of personas. There are the tradies and the students. So our system can psychologically, behaviorally, demographically, and socioeconomically profile each and every one of your customers with 92% accuracy to then say, this person did indeed purchase the Red Bull. We then profile the customer itself to find out whether they're a tradie or a student. And then the really important thing is, I could ask anyone in Australia, what do tradies eat? And they're all going to say pie with 100% certainty. And this is the really important bit for your revenue. And what do students eat? Noodles with 100% certainty. It's really trivial, but we've just doubled your revenue. Current data science will take a bunch of sales, extract all the transactions, and then create a propensity model linking product A to product B, product A to product C. And I said, this is wrong. It's not the fact that the person purchased the Red Bull that is correlated to pies and noodles. What's actually happening, the person who purchased Red Bull was correlated to tradies and students, who then themselves are correlated to noodles and pies. There's actually a missing element in current data science here. The models are wrong. This model is taking the product, mapping it to customer personas. So it's really taking the persona of the product. Who purchases the Red Bull? What's the type of person? And then map the persona to the secondary product. Rather than mapping a product to a product, we're mapping a product to a person to a product. What's more important, it increases the conditional probability, the chance of getting the guess right, to 100%. So we've increased your upsell, cross-sell revenue by 100% in this very, very simple example. And that's the power of our behavioral and psychological modeling. That's the power of our product modeling, our customer modeling, and our recommendation engines. We can provide you better recommendations than any propensity model can, because we fundamentally model humans and the human interactions. And we could do so without the huge data science costs, huge integration costs, technology costs, technology design and delivery and scrums and project management. It's just a nightmare. I don't know how anyone's in IT anymore. And this this means with less cost, you get more revenue. And finally, I'll just offer an open challenge to any company in Australia. Let's have a competition. We'll A/B test between Wattle Labs and your entire BAU. You can run 1,000 people using your current BAU techniques, and we'll come up with a dollar. How many dollars did you make? And we'll include behavioral and psychological modeling of your products and customers to see, is this more money here and is it less cost? We're going to run it in Skunk Works. We can do two-way NDAs. You don't have to tell your customers that you're using behavioral and psychological profiling. It's like we weren't even here, and we'll just run a Skunk Works competition secretly to see whether behavioral and psychological techniques can outperform your BAU quicker and faster and just give better results. Otherwise, we'll just disappear and we'll never hear and you can't prove anything. Anyway, I hope you have a really great day. That's all I want to say, and have a good weekend. Thank you. Bye.